Hey guys, how's it going? This will be the first video in a long series to come, which will cover everything you need to know to get started here on the Rim. Alright, RimWorld is a sandbox survival game, where the focus of the game is about the rise and fall of your colony. You'll have times of loss and times of prosperity. Can you manage the cards dealt to you possibly and escape off the planet? There is a wide scale of difficulty presented in RimWorld. Today we'll cover the 5 options to determine how difficult your stay on Rim will be. So whether you want an unfair fight for survival, or maybe just chill with all your smoke leaf on the side of a river, it's up to you. First up is the scenario, which determines the starting colonist, equipment, and tech level. Crash Landed begins with 3 colonists and is the default and recommended. Lost Tribe has 5 colonists, and for a nice start, but a slower overall pace. The last 2 are solo. Rich Explorers starts off with some of the best equipment and tech. Naked Brutality should be reserved for the more experienced players, as one mistake could easily be the end of the run. This may be a good way for some to learn, because in a complex colony, issues can be hard to notice, but Naked Brutality, you know when there's a problem, because he did. The second option is the Storyteller. This will set the frequency of events and the ratio of bad to good events. Cassandra Classic is best when looking for a challenge. She just wants you dead. She'll favor bad events, many bad events. Phoebe Chillax is good choice for an easier run. She'll favor good events and give time in between raids. However, too much of a good thing can be bad on Rim. All these good events may inflate the wealth of your colony. Wealth directly affects the game's current difficulty, and we'll talk more about this in a future video. Randy Random comes in as many people's favorite due to his unpredictable manner. He'll favor good events, but could potentially give multiple bad events, and this is rare, and they will oftentimes just attack each other. Here we also see the third option, which is difficulty. While Storyteller decides the frequency of events, this determines what events will be appearing and how bad they are. Peaceful and Builder is intended for those that just want to build or learn the game. Medium and Rough are for those that want some challenge, but don't want to be quite tormented. Savage is comparable to the game's original max difficulty. This can be quite a struggle. Merciless mode needs to be unlocked, and for some good reason. On this setting, the game just isn't fair. The point is to kill you. To play at this level, you need to either embrace losses, which may lead to colonists spiraling into despair, or know almost everything about the game and counter everything before it even happens. I always play on Merciless, and you can check out the live streams on Twitch, link in the description below. Also, there is an option for reload anytime, or a commitment mode. This is an Iron Man option, meaning that there is only one save. You will not be able to reload if you dislike the outcome of a situation. RimWorld is best played in an Iron Man fashion, and how I always play. However, I would not recommend commitment mode. A 200-hour playthrough could be lost because a mod, or maybe you just went AFK and you thought you paused the game. These options here don't matter much, just leave them default. The fourth choice you'll need to make is the location of your colony. The biome determines local vegetation and animals, along with temperature and weather. Also, each location will have a terrain type, either flat, small hills, large hills, or mountainous. This will affect the amount of mining on the map. Starting in the warmest area, down south, we have the tropical rainforest, which has frequent disease, more aggressive local wildlife, and building can be difficult. Shrubland is a great biome to learn the game off in. It's not as difficult as the other warmer areas, and although the plant life is quite scarce. Desert can be quite difficult, as there is little to no plant life or wildlife, and also has reduced growing areas. The extreme desert basically has no growing areas, and your only way to grow is with hydroponics. Moving on up to more suitable areas. The temperate forest can support stable year-round growing without being overly hot like down south can. The temperate forest can also be on the colder side if we go up north. Here we also have the boreal forest, one of my favorite biomes. Here you have to worry about the warm times and the cold times, and also wildlife. Also, the marshy water can reduce the area that you can grow and build in. The tundra has almost no growing season. Indoor growing areas and hunting are your only option for food here. Up north we also have the ice sheet up here. If the tundra wasn't cold enough, we have the ice sheet. The extreme cold is quite a challenge. However, once you figure out how to survive here, you can bend the cold environment to help you. A free fridge, shooting your enemies while they crawl through the snow, you get the point. Lastly, we have the ice sheet, or the sea ice I mean. I rarely play on this map. It has next to nothing to do besides wait. This would be good as an ultimate test of your ability on RimWorld, but I would prefer an ice sheet where there's actually something to do. Lastly, each map has a stone type. This is mainly personal preference. The last option you'll need to make is the Colonist. Do you take the one chosen by fate? Do you take one of the other random 8? Or do you sit here for 2 hours hitting the randomize button until you find your hero? I like to keep the repicking to a minimum of, or a maximum of 5 minutes. Sometimes a minimum. Each colonist will have a backstory which determines their starting skills along with anything that they're incapable of. This could include the ability to treat wounds, carry supplies, firefighting, or even just fighting in general. This character has no incapabilities. That's quite nice. Next are their traits. These can sometimes be deal breakers, such as a pyromaniac when you want to build a wooden palisades, or a wimp when you want a space marine. Lastly, the skills. I think this is what brings most people to RimWorld. Each character is like playing an RPG inside of an RTS. The main skills to consider for starting a colony would be construction, mining, cooking, planting, and medical. Some of these skills can be skipped, such as planting. You could just hunt instead, or you could skip cooking and just build a paste dispenser. Also, things like crafting, social, and intellect can be nice to start off with, but not necessary. Well, this has been it for the first episode in this series, focused on getting you started off in the Rim. The next episode will focus on skills and traits, along with getting the colony started. Thanks guys, and if you want to see live gameplay, check us out on Twitch, linked below, and have a good one.